My first job was the flower shop. I was just 16 years old, and some mornings I would have the wonderful privilege of going to the market. So I would go and buy the flowers from Covent Garden. And I'm horribly dyslexic. I can't tell my left from my right. Still, I can't drive a car, I can't swim, I can't do all the normal things that most people can do. But I can take a colour or a moment in time and translate it back into fragrance. I feel like I'm conducting this orchestra and I smell the most wonderful smell of gardenia, and I can see holes in the fragrance the whole time, rather like music. And I suppose the flower shop gave me this whole creative library of all these unbelievable, earthy, fragrant floral smells. It felt like my career and my job chose me. I didn't choose it. I've always had a very, very entrepreneurial streak to me. From the ages of 8 and 9, I would go to the markets with my dad and sell his paintings. So there's always been that shopkeeper, merchant in me. I built my business from a couple of plastic jugs, tiny little kitchen, and just took that gift and that dream and built a global business. Once I'd sold my business, I was diagnosed with cancer, and so I spent a year fighting cancer. I had this dream. I knew I wanted to come back into retail. I knew I had unfinished business. I felt like this chapter of me was still unwritten. And I kept looking for the right space and looking for the right space. And I was at the point, really, of quitting. I was so disheartened by the whole thing. And I had a phone call one morning. A great girlfriend of mine said, "Do you want to meet for a cup of coffee and have a chat?" And so I did. And I sort of poured my heart out to her, saying, really, all I wanted to do was be a shopkeeper again. And she said, "I know a shop that's up for rent, and it's just around the corner. Do you want to go around and have a look?" And as I walked in front of it, I realised it was the shop I'd had my first job in at 16. So I had literally returned back in life to where I'd first started. If I hadn't have taken that call and I hadn't have met her for a coffee, someone else would have taken that shop. It would have been gone and I would still be looking. That meeting that morning was a crossroads, I suppose. And would I have quit or would I have carried on? I don't know. Jo Loves is very much about that passion that I have for retailing and being an entrepreneur. Just standing in that doorway, I just knew I was home. I just had that feeling, this is where it'll start again. You will see your life repeat itself, and it will start from this shop